Dear friends, and good morning on Friday, the 27th. Finally, we have a little bit of fire energy. For the last couple of weeks, basically only the moon every now and then gets into a fire sign, and during the rest of the time, we have no fire energy. And when we combine this also with the weak position of Mars, it makes it more difficult for us to be active and initiative out there in the world. We have also so much water energy, which is kind of like deepening the processes we are going through. And it requires from us to go more inside, to kind of like dig deeper instead of pursuing something outside and accomplishing or being extremely active externally. So today, the transiting moon is in Leo, which will allow us to be more active than usual, or at least more active than in the last couple of weeks. Now, we also need to consider that, let's see, actually together, we need to consider that we are in the last phase of the lunar cycle. So basically, in a couple of days, we are gonna have the new moon, which will also be a solar eclipse, so really important one. And this phase, when the moon is in the last quarter, is the one which is about more processing, also focusing more on internal things or finishing, completing things that we have started previously. So it's a bit of a contradiction, but the way we can use this energy is to be more active, but also perhaps more on an internal level. The moon in Leo is very supportive, very beneficial for doing something that you love, something that would be an expression of yourself, something that can allow you to be more creative or to do it in the way that you would like to. So whatever it is you need to or you would like to accomplish today, in order to boost your motivation and productivity and achieve better results, try to focus on the things that you can do in your own way. Even if you have some kind of task that is kind of like given from the outside world, or maybe it's a responsibility you have to fulfill, if you want to kind of like do it better, faster, with more joy, try to focus on kind of like your own signature in this process. Perhaps there is some kind of freedom in the whole thing and how you can do it in your own way. The more you focus on this side of the process, your own choice, your own expression, again, putting your own signature in it, the more productive you will be. But don't forget, again, we are in the last quarter, so it's better to finish things that you have started, things that you have already worked on, and be aware that, again, the energy is more active internally than externally. So even if you want to do something in the outside world, first you need to find the proper motivation inside of you. External things may not have enough power to motivate you enough. So you need to find this inside. I was also looking at the whole chart and how it's positioned. And if we look at like literally the whole picture, we can see that the planets are spread all over. So we don't have big empty areas. It's like there are planets pretty much everywhere, all over the circle, the zodiac circle. So from one side, this is helping us to focus on many things, perhaps not to concentrate only on one precise thing, but also to kind of like focus on a few things or maybe even many things at the same time. But we still have a focus point in the chart, even though, again, the planets are spread all over. There is an area with more concentrated energy. And this is the area of planets and points in Libra. We have the Sun and Mercury here together with the South Node and the Black Moon Lilith. And that's the only conjunction. If you look at the rest of the chart, there are no conjunctions. But here we have 4 points. So actually 2 points, the South Node, Lilith, plus 2 planets, the Sun and Mercury, all together in Libra. So there is a huge focus on the sign of Libra. Also, the upcoming solar eclipse will be in Libra. So the importance of considering other people is really, really high. But the South Node is there. So this is also related to the past. So we need to consider others, but do it in a new way, or release old patterns of how we used to do this. And obviously here everyone has a different lesson or a different thing to process, but the mutual topic is the role of other people in our life, their significance. It could be their opinion, their value, or evaluation of us or something we are doing. But in this process, we are supposed to consider them and yet change something, release something old, and focus also on our individuality, our own actions, our own direction, because the North Node is in Aries, and Aries is about our own willpower and really taking steps, making concrete steps on our own. So a lot of things to process, but if we try to navigate this, I think it could be very interesting, and also the results will be significant for the future, not just for now, because when things are happening around eclipses, they always have more importance in our life. They trigger deeper layers and also long-lasting processes. So a very, very specific time to focus more on the harmony, on the balance, on patience, not to rush things, not to try to do 100 things at the same time right away, because again, not enough fire energy. But today it's more than in the past weeks or days. So focus on, as I said, your own signature in the process and how it will represent you. That's the way to find the proper motivation. So enjoy your Friday, my friends, and I will see you tomorrow.